Food is good.
La comida es rica.
I like to eat it.
Me gusta comerla.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
The apples.
Las manzanas.
The apples.
Las manzanas.
The bananas.
Las bananas.
The bananas.
Las bananas.
The oranges.
Las naranjas.
The oranges.
Las naranjas.
The pineapple.
La piña.
The pineapple.
La piña.
The watermelon.
Sandía.
The watermelon.
Sandía.
The grapes.
Las uvas.
The grapes.
Las uvas.
Give me fruit. Give me fruit.
Buenos dias and welcome to Senor Vecino's kitchen. These Chile Rellenos are quite easy to make. I've listed the ingredients. You can hit pause any time. You need to use a good melting cheese. There's two kinds that I'm using here, asadero, this one here. And this one here is a queso made, it's a homemade cheese. Very soft and meltable. Your oil should be in the neighborhood of 200 degrees, 250 degrees. You don't want to get it too hot. It will splash up and burn you, especially if those chili peppers have any moisture. And since they're green and raw, they're going to have moisture. So be very careful when you're frying it, but this is one way. Rather than roasting them over the top of an open flame. They are okay to do it that way, as well as doing it over a grill. In the kitchen, I like to just deep fry them. They very easily come out well cooked, and after letting them cool and letting them sweat for a while, that skin comes right off, and that's the idea. Okay, I put them in a plastic baggie. This is after while they're still very hot, and just let them sit there for quite some time. Now look how easy I can remove the skin. It comes off. Look at that. Okay, very easy to do. That's why I like this method of cooking the chilies. Separate the eggs. There is enough in this product I'm making this today to make 4 to 6 or even maybe 8 chili peppers. These are New Mexico style. Popular here also is the poblano pepper, which is a milder pepper, dark green, and actually very good for making rellenos because there's plenty of room to add different kinds of stuffings. You separate the eggs and then whip up the egg whites until they're fluffy. You don't have to get them all the way to high peaks, but you could. And then you could also just whip up the egg yolks before putting them into the egg whites. But here you see me just put the egg yolks directly right in there, and I start to whip it up. This is because there's going to be enough egg batter here to make these rellenos, and the idea is to have a nice soft kind of fluffy once it's fried. I'm using masalina here, 1/2 cup. You can use all-purpose flour. You can even use cornmeal if you like. Cornmeal makes the batter a little bit heavier, but that's with the egg mixture or the egg ratio, it's not too bad of a problem. This is baking powder. This helps also in the rising of the batter. A little bit of milk. You can add more flour if you want a thicker batter, or if you want a bigger quantity. You can add, say, a total of 1 cup of flour, but you'll see it'll be pretty thick and you'll have to add a little more milk. Carefully cut the chili I'm not removing any seeds because typically here, traditionally, no one anyway eats the top part where the stem is, and so that's where the chili seeds are. We like them spicy, so we leave the membranes in there. This is garlic powder and salt over mozzarella, or in your case, if you prefer to use all-purpose flour. This is for dredging. Just mix it together. Now you dredge your chili relleno. That's what this is here. Relleno just means stuff. So just dredge them in the flour mixture. I'm only making 4, so it's going pretty quickly. If you want to make more, then you'll need some sort of a large platter to keep the floured ones on there. Now you put them in the batter. Carefully put it in your deep fryer. Because the egg batter fries up and puffs up pretty quickly, I'm only putting 1 at a time in here. If you have a thicker batter, experiment. You may end up able to put 2 in there or 3, depending on the size of your deep fryer. Okay, look at that. Nice and golden brown. Paper towel to drain while you make the rest of them. Always keep in mind you don't want to burn yourself with hot oil. And if you make that oil too hot, on top of that you're going to have a relleno that's liable to just burn. You can actually turn this over if you prefer, but here, as you can see, I'm just spooning the hot oil over the top while the bottom is frying. Again, golden brown. And let it
¡Ay, qué bueno, señor vecino!
Food is good.
La comida es rica.
I like to eat it.
Me gusta comerla.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
The apples.
Las manzanas.
The apples.
Las manzanas.
The bananas.
Las bananas.
The bananas.
Las bananas.
The oranges.
Las naranjas.
The oranges.
Las naranjas.
The pineapple.
La piña.
The pineapple.
La piña.
The watermelon.
Sandía.
The watermelon.
Sandía.
The grapes.
Las uvas.
The grapes.
Las uvas.
Give me fruit. Give me fruta.
Dame fruta, dame la fruta.
Food is good.
La comida es